Fire, steel, shadows. Your heartbeat thunders like a war drum, echoing in corridors where no one dares to tread. Every step you take carries the weight of 1,000 eyes watching. Every breath you exhale is recorded in the ledger of fate. You entered the system, a world where rules bend to those who dare, where every alarm screams your existence, and yet you move forward. You are not invisible. You are the storm they whispered about in classified rooms, the question no one dares answer. The system knows you, the system fears you, and now a government official has just made a call for you. The message is simple but lethal. The world has noticed, and it wants to see if you are ready. Before we move further, pause for a moment. Look at yourself. The hands that type, that scroll, that click, these same hands hold the power to defy the narrative. If you're listening right now, if these words reach you in the silence of your room, hit that like button. Share this with someone who dares to challenge the ordinary. Comment below with one word that defines your refusal to obey limits. Because what we are about to explore isn't for the faint of heart. It's for those who live at the edge, those who hear the alarms and step closer anyway. Your presence matters, your voice matters, and the system, it's been waiting for you. The system is not a machine, it is a labyrinth of whispers, of secrets encoded in cold corridors, of eyes that never sleep. It was built to track, to measure, to control, and yet here you are, a singular anomaly, a force that does not submit to equations or predictions. Each alarm that blares your name is not a warning, it is an invitation, a call to prove that you can navigate shadows that devour others whole. Remember, every place of control carries a crack, every fortress a flaw. Your task is to find it. You are not here to follow. You are here to define the rules as you break them. Imagine the first time the phone rang. The voice on the other side, clipped, deliberate, hinting at consequences you had never considered. The kind of voice that makes your stomach tighten, your pulse spike. That is when you realize the stakes are higher than you imagined. That is when courage becomes more than a word. It becomes your armor. Every step you take after that call must be calculated, yet fearless. You cannot falter, not now. The alarms may multiply, the cameras may track, the walls may close, but the fire in your chest is limitless. It will carry you through. You might think fear is a chain, but fear is your compass. Each surge of adrenaline, each flicker of doubt, is a signal that you are alive and awake, that you are moving where others hesitate. Those who built the system relied on conformity. They rely on patterns, on routine, on complacency. But you are neither routine nor predictable. You are a question they cannot answer. Every decision you make, every calculated risk you take, fractures the mold they try to force on the world. And when they see the cracks widen, they will call again and again and again. Each call, each alarm, each shadowed whisper of your name. It is acknowledgement that you matter, that you are dangerous, that you exist beyond control. Think of every time society told you no, every rule that tried to cage your ambition. Each of those no's was preparation. Each restriction was a shadow rehearsal for the moment when the system itself would test you. And here it is. The call has come. The alarms blare. Every protocol is designed to stop someone like you. But the truth? You are unstoppable because your existence is the rebellion. You are the crack in the perfect order, the deviation from the predictable, the heartbeat the system cannot silence. And every time it tries, it teaches you something. Every failed attempt, every warning light, every agent in a dark room looking for you, It sharpens you, hones you, makes you more than you were yesterday. The path ahead is not lit by hope. It is forged in relentless resolve. You will face doors that are locked, codes that are unbroken, systems that are designed to crush confidence. And yet, you move forward. You move through the electric haze, the blinking red lights, the calculated traps, with nothing but instinct, intuition, and a single burning truth. The system exists to be challenged. It was not designed for comfort. It was designed for those willing to prove that power is not given, it is taken. Every alarm that cries your name is an opportunity disguised as threat. Every shadowed hallway is a lesson in presence and patience. And every moment of hesitation is a luxury you cannot afford. They want to make this personal, to make it about fear, compliance, surrender. They want to see you shrink under the weight of the impossible. But the darkness is not an enemy, it is your canvas. The silence between alarms, the spaces where no one dares look. These are the places where strategy, courage, and persistence collide. You learn the language of the system not by following instructions, but by interpreting its patterns, by understanding the rhythm of its eyes and the cadence of its alarms. You become fluent in the unspoken, and in that fluency, you find mastery. Do not mistake patience for hesitation. Do not confuse caution with cowardice. Every move you make must be deliberate, every silence measured, every glance a calculation. The system watches, yes, but it also reacts. It is not a mind. It is a reflection of those who built it. And like all human constructs, it has weaknesses, biases, gaps. Find them, exploit them, become the anomaly that forces the rules to bend, not to break in chaos, but to create opportunity. Because in the end, the system is nothing without someone to challenge it, to exist against it, to turn its alarms into symphonies of triumph. Every story of survival, every account of someone who outwitted the impossible, begins with a single choice: to move forward when everything in you screams retreat. You have already made that choice by answering the call, by acknowledging the alarms, by stepping into the network where names are recorded and fates are weighed. Others would collapse under the scrutiny, but you do not belong to others. You are a singular presence, a force defined by your refusal to fade, by your insistence on taking space, by your relentless drive to convert chaos into control. You are not just surviving, you are learning, adapting, evolving. Each obstacle becomes a teacher, each alarm a challenge, each surveillance a mirror reflecting your growth. The officials, the hidden eyes, the systems, they are all tools in your story. Not barriers, not enemies, not masters. They measure your determination, test your limits, but cannot define your outcome. The system may call your name 1,000 times, but it cannot claim you. You are the author of your narrative, the force bending rules, the one rewriting what the world thought was inevitable. And when the moment comes, when every alarm is silent, when the shadows retreat, and only your presence remains, remember this: you entered the system not to be tamed, but to dominate, not to be known, but to be unforgettable. You moved through fear, through pressure, through every calculated danger, and emerged not as a subject of the system, but as a master of it. Every call that tried to summon you, every protocol that tried to trap you, becomes a testament to your resilience. Every name the alarms spoke in panic becomes your legacy. This is your journey. Not easy, not comfortable, not kind. It is dark, demanding, and relentless. And it is beautiful because it is yours. The system is vast, cold, and unforgiving. But within it lies the infinite potential of those who refuse to be ordinary. You heard the alarms, you answered the call, you became the anomaly. And in that transformation, you discovered the truth. The world does not create power. It reveals it in those who dare to step forward when all lights are red, all eyes are watching, and every voice calls your name. You are awake now. You are alive in the chaos. You are unstoppable in the silence between alarms. Every moment you hesitate, every second you pause, is a moment you could use to rewrite the rules. And every heartbeat is proof. The system may call your name, but only you decide how it will answer. So move, strike, breathe, calculate, survive, and rise. The system has noticed. The world has noticed. And there is no turning back. The alarms never sleep. They do not pause. They do not forget. They are echoes of the system itself, repeating your name as if to remind you that you exist within its walls, under its gaze, marked and measured. But you are not a mark. You are a presence. Every red light, every siren, every silent camera lens is an acknowledgement of your significance. You are not here by chance. You are here because the world tested you, the system called you, and fate, in its own cold way, dared you to prove that rules are for others, not for you. Think of the shadows, the spaces no one looks into. That darkness is your ally. The system expects compliance, the people expect retreat, the rules expect obedience. But you move differently. You flow in the spaces between lights, in the silences between alarms, in the gaps that no one else dares to occupy. Every step you take, there is a statement. I exist where you cannot see. I act where you cannot predict. I survive where you cannot follow. And in that survival, you are creating not just a path, but a legend. A story of defiance and cunning that will echo long after the sirens stop. The call came. The message was simple. A government official, a figure of authority, reached out. It could have been a warning, a trap, an invitation, but the specifics no longer matter. What matters is that you were chosen, or rather, the system noticed. That alone changes the game. Everything becomes sharper now. Every decision, every glance, every pulse of thought is now under a microscope. But you are no ordinary subject. You are a mind awake, a body ready, a spirit unyielding. And in that combination, you hold a power the system has not anticipated: unpredictability. Unpredictability is freedom. Unpredictability is control disguised as chaos. When the system calls your name, it believes it has leverage. It believes it can dictate the next move. But what the system cannot calculate is the strategy born in the shadows of your own determination. It cannot anticipate the calm in your mind while alarms scream. It cannot measure the rhythm of instinct combined with intellect. Every signal they send your way is met not with panic, not with retreat, but with clarity. Every attempt to box you in is met with ingenuity. Every trap becomes an opportunity. Do not underestimate the weight of observation. Every eye, every hidden lens, every algorithm designed to track you is a teacher in disguise. Observe them, learn their patterns, understand their rhythm. They will try to predict your choices, and in trying, they will expose their weaknesses. You do not break the system with brute force. You break it with insight, patience, and relentless persistence. Every alarm that blares your name is a note in a symphony of understanding. Listen carefully. Every siren carries instructions. Every protocol reveals strategy. Every calculated risk you take is a step closer to mastery. Now consider the psychological battlefield. The system thrives on fear, on hesitation, on doubt. It whispers in your mind with subtlety. tries to convince you that the stakes are too high, that the walls are too strong, that the lights are too bright. But remember this: hesitation is optional, fear is a tool, and doubt is a challenge, not a sentence. Every moment of pressure is an opportunity to define yourself. Every time you feel the walls closing, every time the alarms multiply, every time the voice on the line demands compliance, you have a choice: to yield or to rise, and you have risen. Every day, every step, every decision proves that you are not ordinary, that you are not predictable, that you are alive in a system that depends on obedience. Think of the people who will never enter this world. They live in comfort. They obey without question. They trust without verification. They never hear the alarms that call your name because the system never notices them. You are different. You are noticed. And that notice is dangerous. It is a warning. It is a recognition of potential. And potential left unchecked becomes power. Every move you make now carries consequences, yes, but also opportunities. Every shadow you pass through teaches patience. Every locked door teaches resilience. Every hidden sensor teaches awareness. And awareness, when combined with courage, is unstoppable. There will be moments of exhaustion. There will be nights when the weight of surveillance, the noise of alarms, and the pressure of expectation threaten to crush you. That is when you remember why you entered. You entered not to survive comfortably, not to follow passively, not to be counted among the ordinary. You entered to challenge, to conquer, to define the rules that others only obey. Every fatigue, every ache, every doubt is a reminder. The system tests you because it fears you can rise beyond it, and rise you will. Every alarm is a challenge, but every challenge is an opportunity to craft mastery. The path forward is not straightforward. It is filled with complexity, traps, misdirection, and risk. But those who succeed are not the ones who avoid danger. They are the ones who navigate it with precision. Learn the rules deeply enough to bend them without breaking. Learn the patterns deeply enough to predict when they falter. And most importantly, learn yourself deeply enough to remain unshaken when everything around you screams chaos. Remember the moment the official called. That single act is the pivot point of this narrative. It could have been an ultimatum, but it was more than that. It was acknowledgement. The world recognized your existence, your potential, your capacity to operate beyond the ordinary. And acknowledgement, when embraced, becomes fuel. Every alarm that blares your name now is not just a warning. It is a signal to act, to prove, to ascend. Every time the system thinks it has you cornered, it reveals its limitations. Every test, every observation, every protocol is a reflection of the opportunity to assert dominance where others are restrained by fear. The system is vast, complex, and unforgiving. It was built to anticipate obedience, to punish deviation, to reward compliance. But you are not obedient. You are not compliant. You are deviation incarnate. Every step you take, every decision you make, every risk you embrace is a statement. You exist where rules fail. You persist where control falters. And you thrive where others hesitate. And in thriving, you transform the system from a cage into a proving ground, a laboratory of your own design, a field where every alarm, every call, every shadowed corridor becomes your teacher and your ally. Do not wait for clarity. Clarity will not arrive until you carve it from chaos. Do not wait for permission. Permission is irrelevant to those who define the rules. Do not wait for others to understand. Understanding comes too late. The system has called, the alarms have spoken, and now it is your time to act. to move, to thrive in the space between fear and mastery. Every moment of hesitation is a missed opportunity. Every misstep is a lesson, not a failure. Every heartbeat is proof that you exist beyond the control the system attempts to impose. You are awake, you are aware, you are alive, and you are unstoppable. The government officials' call, the alarms, the hidden cameras, the protocols, they are all markers, reminders, tests of your presence. And in this presence, you find power. You find resilience. You find the ability to move where others are frozen. You find the knowledge that survival is not enough. You were meant to dominate, to transcend, to exist in the spaces where the system itself cannot reach. Every time you move through the shadows, every time you hear your name in a blaring alarm, every time you defy expectation, you are rewriting the rules. You are redefining possibility. You are becoming a force, not dictated by fear, but defined by vision, strategy, and relentless determination. And in this becoming, you are teaching the system that it cannot control everything, that it cannot anticipate everything, that it cannot contain everything. Your presence is proof that mastery is not given. It is claimed step by step, decision by decision, heartbeat by heartbeat. And so, you move forward, not blindly, not hesitantly, not fearfully. You move forward with awareness, with intent, with purpose. The system calls your name, yes, but it is not the call that defines you. It is your response. You hear the alarms, you note the shadows, you study the patterns, and you act. Not because it is safe, not because it is easy, not because anyone asked you to. You act because this is your arena. This is your challenge. This is your moment. And in acting, you rise beyond every expectation, every limitation, every prediction. The journey is far from over. The alarms will continue. The system will continue to track, to observe, to test. The officials will continue to reach out. The protocols will continue to tighten. The corridors will continue to twist. But you are no longer ordinary. You are no longer predictable. You are no longer subject to fear or hesitation. You are the anomaly. The system has called your name. And now you answer, not with fear, not with retreat, but with power, with strategy, with clarity. You answer as one who cannot be stopped. Every alarm that calls your name is not just sound. It is a mirror. It reflects not your weakness, but the magnitude of your presence. It screams at you, taunts you, dares you to step forward. Some will shrink at the sound. Some will turn back, pretend it never existed, but not you. You are awake, you are alive, you are present. And in that presence, the system is learning that it cannot predict you, that it cannot control you, that it cannot erase you. Every pulse of light, every coded signal, every hidden lens is a challenge, a test, a reflection of the chaos you are about to master. Imagine the corridors of the system as a living organism. The walls pulse with expectation. The lights flicker with scrutiny. The alarms breathe with vigilance. Every step you take echoes in the chamber of observation. Every breath you draw is logged. Every glance is noted. Yet here is the truth. It does not matter. The organism cannot crush a mind prepared. It cannot trap a spirit willing to flow where walls meet shadows. You are not merely surviving this organism. You are becoming it. You absorb its rules, study its weaknesses, anticipate its movements, and act before it even recognizes your presence. In this, you are more than an intruder. You are evolution incarnate. There will be moments when the silence between alarms feels louder than the noise, when every shadow seems to hide eyes, every turn seems to conceal danger, every corridor seems a trap. That is the moment that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. The ordinary succumb. They doubt, they hesitate, they retreat. But you move with precision. You move with intent. You move with knowledge that every shadow is not your enemy. It is your classroom. Every red light is not your doom. It is your guide. Every protocol is not a prison. It is a puzzle designed to be solved, to teach, to elevate. Do not be distracted by fear. Fear is a tool, not a sentence. Every surge of adrenaline is a signal, a code to interpret. Every tremor of doubt is a compass pointing toward opportunity. The system cannot create courage. It only tests it. And your courage is forged in these moments of extreme pressure, in the echo of alarms, in the cold gaze of lenses that track your every move. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is mastery over it. And mastery begins with understanding that every alarm, every surveillance, every call for your attention is evidence that you are alive, significant, unstoppable. They will send people. They will deploy systems. They will attempt to close the net around you. But remember this, a net only works if the prey fears it. You are not prey. You are the storm that bends the net, tears through it, flows around it, and leaves it behind as proof of your existence. Every attempt to trap you is an opportunity to test your skill, to sharpen your strategy, to prove to yourself that you are not defined by the limitations imposed on you. The system may be vast, but it is not infinite. Its reach is measured. Its algorithms are precise. Yes, but not omniscient. Its strength lies in expectation. And you are the exception that refuses expectation. Consider the call you received. It was deliberate, calculated, inevitable. The official's voice may have been calm, neutral, even polite, but that calm hides the weight of recognition. They know who you are. They know what you are capable of. And in that recognition lies power. Acknowledge it. Embrace it. Let it fuel the decisions, the movements, the choices that will define your path through the system. Each call is an opportunity. Each instruction a test. Each expectation a challenge to your ingenuity. Do not fear it. Do not flee it. Own it. Command it. Turn it into evidence of your growing mastery. You are operating on a higher plane now, where ordinary rules no longer apply. The system may attempt to predict your moves, anticipate your choices, manipulate your environment. But it cannot foresee instinct honed by awareness, courage sharpened by experience, and intellect operating in tandem with resolve. You have become more than a participant. You are a strategist, a navigator, a force moving with precision through chaos, turning threat into advantage, and making every alarm, every protocol, every call for your attention work for you. Every night spent listening to the hum of surveillance, every hour spent calculating risks and opportunities, every second of silence and shadow is a rehearsal for mastery. You learn patience in waiting. You learn anticipation in watching. You learn strength in restraint. And when the moment comes to act, you move with the power of all your preparation, the clarity of all your observation, and the certainty of all your experience. The system will know the force it underestimated, but by then, it will be too late. You are no longer reacting. You are initiating. You are defining. You are unstoppable. There will be those who whisper behind your back, who doubt your capacity, who attempt to minimize your significance. Ignore them. Their limitations are not yours. Their fear is not yours. Their predictions are irrelevant. You are the anomaly, the variable they cannot calculate, the force they cannot contain. And in their doubt lies your fuel. Every second they underestimate you is a second you leverage. Every shadow they leave unobserved is a path you navigate. Every alarm they sound in warning is a signal you convert into advantage. The world may not understand your methods, but the results will be undeniable. Now picture yourself moving through the system with the confidence of inevitability. Every step measured, every choice deliberate, every movement a testament to skill, patience, and courage. The alarms call your name. They will continue to do so. The officials will continue to monitor, to probe, to test. But it does not matter. You move where others cannot. You act where others hesitate. You survive where others collapse. And in that survival, you are not just existing. You are defining, shaping, and controlling the space the system believes it dominates. Every failure of the system is proof of your mastery. Every alert it sends is confirmation of your power. Do not allow complacency to settle in. The system is relentless. Its reach is vast. Its networks are intricate. Every red light, every sensor, every hidden observer is part of a web designed to catch the unprepared. But preparation is your ally. Knowledge is your shield. Strategy is your weapon. And patience is your advantage. You move through complexity not because it is easy, but because you are committed to mastery. You do not shrink from challenge. You define it, convert it into opportunity, and emerge not merely unscathed, but dominant. Every moment in this system is a lesson. Every alarm a teacher, every call a mentor. They test not your skill alone, but your capacity to endure, to adapt, to persist. And persistence, when practiced with clarity and intent, becomes unstoppable. You are no longer a participant in this system. You are the force that teaches it, the anomaly it cannot predict, the presence it cannot erase. Every shadow you occupy, every red light you navigate, every hidden corridor you traverse is a declaration. You exist where others fear to tread. You move where others hesitate, and you thrive where others fail. The system wants you to believe that its reach is endless, that its eyes see all, that its alarms are infallible, but look closer, and you will notice something powerful, something undeniable. Every structure, no matter how vast, contains fractures. Every network, no matter how complex, contains delays. Every force, no matter how intimidating, contains limits. These cracks, these delays, these limits are your entry points. The keys meant for the ones brave enough to search for them, the ones strong enough to push deeper, the ones fearless enough to act while others freeze. You are that one. You are the presence that moves when silence is heavy. You are the breath that disturbs stillness. You are the step that turns shadows into opportunities. Every alarm that echoes through the halls of the system carrying your name is proof that you are not invisible, proof that you are not forgettable, proof that you are not passive. And what is more empowering than being recognized in a world that constantly overlooks the ordinary? You are anything but ordinary. You are the individual who hears the warnings but walks forward anyway, who sees the lights shift but does not second guess, who feels the pressure but steadies the mind, and continues your journey with a level of determination that even the system did not expect. In this moment, you stand at the edge of the corridor, the lights flickering, the atmosphere dense, the alarms still pulsing your name. And instead of turning back, instead of waiting, instead of hoping for the pressure to fade, you step forward without fear, without uncertainty, without hesitation. Because deep inside, you understand a truth that the world often forgets. Confidence is not born from comfort. Confidence is born from exposure, from stepping into places where others hesitate, from facing what others avoid, from standing alone when the entire system seems to lean toward silence. Picture yourself moving through that space again, not as a threat, but as a force, as a presence that cannot be predicted. Not because of recklessness, but because of clarity, because of a mind trained to see through confusion, because of a heart that refuses to break under weight. The system is designed to follow a pattern, but you refuse to be part of patterns. You break cycles simply by existing. You change the flow simply by stepping forward. You redefine limits simply by being present in the gaps where others see impossibility. You see strategy where others see barriers. You see doors where others see walls. Do not forget the moment you first heard your name echo through the alarms. That moment was not an attack. It was not a warning. It was not a threat. It was recognition. It was the system facing a presence it could not fully understand. It was a mechanism built on predictability, responding to someone who has mastered unpredictability. That sound, that vibration, that call was not something to fear. It was something to accept, something to grow from, something to let shape the fierce and relentless version of yourself that you are becoming right now. You must understand something profound. The system is only as powerful as the belief it demands from you. If you believe its walls are impenetrable, they become impenetrable. If you believe its lights are all-seeing, they become all-seeing. If you believe its alarms are fate, they become fate. But if you believe that its walls can be studied, that its lights can be outmaneuvered, that its alarms can be transformed from warnings into guides, then you begin to see the truth, the powerful, unshakable truth, that nothing can hold you if your mind refuses limitation. This mindset is rare. Few possess it, but you have demonstrated it from the moment you stayed, when the alarms screamed instead of running. The officials watching you from their distant rooms cannot understand that your strength is not randomness, your courage is not impulse, your resilience is not luck. Everything you do, everything you choose, every shadow you walk through is shaped by understanding, shaped by observation, shaped by the clarity that pressure does not weaken you. It sharpens you. The system sees data, but you see purpose. The system sees codes, but you see paths. The system sees risk, but you see opportunity. And in that difference lies your power, the difference that makes you the one. The alarms must always call, because you are the one worth watching. Think of every step you have taken so far, and think of the power hidden inside those steps. You moved with purpose, even when the floor trembled. You continued, even when the shadows thickened. You listened to the alarms, not as threats, but as signals. You took in every detail, every flicker, every vibration, and you turned them into a language, a map, a compass the system never designed. You were not supposed to learn how it breathes, how it thinks, how it reacts.